morning. Mark Bruno here again at Graph Expo, the morning of the show, which has not quite yet begun. Printing News and PrintingNews.com. Here with Gavin Jordan Smith with Konica Minolta. Welcome, Gavin.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Gavin is the VP of Solutions and Production Planning in the BIS group, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about your new digital label printer.
It's exciting stuff.
Which I understand is kind of in the middle between entry level and high end. Can you elaborate on where it's positioned in the market?
Well, this particular press is actually positioned to allow printers to get into label printing right away, right? So for our purposes, we're looking at particular markets in flexo and converters as well as commercial printers.
Okay.
And we call it the middle of the range because it's really not going to produce hundreds of thousands of labels per minute, right? What we're targeting is specifically the trend that's going on in labels for printers to get into them. Flexos are looking at challenges where they need to do quick runs, short runs, makeup runs, and all sorts of things around that space. And they don't necessarily want to go into the high-end inkjet label type process, which is very costly. So again, from a price standpoint, we put this into the mid-range to allow these types of printers to get into running their demands the way they need to run.
Can you give us an idea, Gavin, of in terms of speed and
oh yeah,
quantities, what we're looking at?
All right, so it's a roll-to-roll digital color 4-color CMYK press based on toner. Okay, it produces about 18.9 meters per minute, which is about 62 feet per minute.
Okay.
So if you got a 3x3 label, right, and on a 13-inch core or 13.5-inch core, you can go a little wide if you needed to be. You can actually produce up to 1,000 labels per minute, or 60,000 approximately, up to that per hour.
Okay.
So it has it's a pretty powerful throughput. The other value option there is that a lot of these labels now, depending on the types of labels you're going after, because it's not just labels and tags in a generic sense, there are segments within the labels in terms of types that we're targeting this particular press for. So pressure sensitive, targeting particular food and beverage, and all sorts of other applications that can actually drive. Variable data is being driven in this space as well, whether it's a flexo converter or even commercial print. And the demands in the value chain are creating opportunities for digital and moving away from flexo. So this is a great opportunity, not only for us, but for customers.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on that in terms of, it's been pretty well documented and a lot of research out there that the growth of the digital label market. From Konica Minolta standpoint and your standpoint, what's driving the growth?
Well, it's greenfield for us. It's all upside, right? A lot of our customers are asking us to get into services and asking us for guidance and partnership to figure out what kind of services we want to be able to get into. So we looked at the packaging industry, and obviously unfolding of cartons is important to us, but we realized that we have the right press that can actually target that particular segment in labels and tags. So for us getting into this market, it's pure upside, it's pure opportunity for our customers to go drive revenue. And then now we're starting to build that ecosystem around the press to help drive workflows and automation and cloud technologies in that space as well.
Okay, and what's the actual model name of the new device?
Oh, C71CF.
Okay.
CF obviously for continuous feed.
Okay.
Seems to be the nomenclature of this industry, right?
And then Gavin, taking a step back perhaps from that particular press and its applications, just in general, as on the commercial print side, as commercial printers maybe look to get into label printing, maybe an area that they haven't looked into before, what are the types of things that in your mind they need to know or be aware of if that's something they want to delve into?
Well, they have to understand it's not just a generic, like I said before, it's not going after labels and tags. They have to figure out where they are suited in terms of customer base, understand the type of brands they want to be able to support and serve, and then the type of labels you're going to go actually target. Pressure sensitive, what kind of industries, food, beverage, pharmaceutical. There's many different types of elements that you need to look at. You just can't go into the business with the press and say you're in label printing, for example. So we provide the guidance to look at their particular print shop, types of customers they have, create a business plan through our business development services process, and then try and help guide them in the process to getting up and running fast and quick in labels and tags, because it's all about services growth for them.
Okay. And then if we can shift gears again for a moment and talk a little bit about software and workflow.
Favorite subject.
in particular, some of your newer offerings, such as managed IT and marketing services. Can you elaborate a little bit on those?
So what we've created over the last couple of years is called Engage It Cross Media. It's a automated services platform for marketing. Okay, it's cloud-based, and what we did is that we started offering it out to print service providers, specifically market service providers that had a base understanding of becoming a market service provider. Not everyone can unless they have the tools. So what we did is we created a whole new service in the last 12 months and tripled our customer acquisition aspect from it. And this is called Marketing as a Service. So we go in, and not only do we show them through the marketing services solution platform that we have how to create a marketing services campaigns, but also how to go out and get new customers, how to build the business plans, and we actually go with them to their customers to help sell the value of what the service that they're delivering today. And that's been hugely successful because the ROI for that is a additional minor investment for an integrated service offering from the printer's perspective, but their upside is so much more in terms of new revenues and new opportunities that we help close their business for them. And then when they're set up and they feel comfortable on their own, they're off to the races. We found out, a couple of years ago that when you have a variable data print solution, you can sell them the idea of variable data. It's fantastic, I want to get into it, it's a new service. But it's very difficult for a print service provider to open up a new business. So that's where the birth of marketing as a service came from.
Okay, interesting. And taking a step back again on the workflow software front.
Yeah.
Talk for a moment about some trends in that area. I mean, in terms of web storefronts, are we just going to see more enhanced features in that area? What's down the pipe?
Well, there's a lot down the pipe, actually. I mean, you have all these disparate types of software out there in the market. We've got a lot of our competitors selling the same types of software platforms. What we have in our booth today are things that you wouldn't normally see. So we're looking at building out the ecosystem from the right solutions partner and also developing our own from the inside out. And by doing that, we're creating what we call a platform that integrates and scalable across our devices and our competitive devices to allow our customers to plug in their types of solutions they want, or we actually provide the service to develop the integrations necessary to make that happen. So we're really becoming a full service provider, not just in terms of hardware, but also in services and solutions. And that's the trend that we're going towards. It's really finding out what makes a print service provider tick and how to get them up and running and efficient fast.
And I'm assuming that that mobile and the cloud are part of that strategy?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Everyone wants visibility to the business, whether they're in the shop or out of the shop. And cloud is an innovation technology. I mean, that's what it is. It's an enabler. What you put up there is what's of value. So if I put up there things that has a dashboard that on an iPad or an Android pad that a principal owner of a print shop can look at and see where the jobs are running and know what's down and know what's up and look at the efficiencies of all that, that is of meaningful value to the print shop.
Right,
so most definitely in our future.
And Gavin, what booth number are you guys in this year?
1913.
1913. Well, have a great show. Thanks for taking some time.
Thank you very much. Glad.